Alright, so first and foremost, I want to give our praises to Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Kakodash. We celebrate and say apostles and elders are great, much well. Our salutations, sorry, I came out today pushing on the truth and say, Din and the out, in the country in season on the season, we say, Shalom. Once again, going into some scriptures here and touching upon comfort. Finding comfort in the word. You understand? This is where, what come to my mind is that, sometimes you may go into stress, you may go into a little hard times, and as you turn to the word, as you hear, you might put on a brother video, you might watch a video, you might read through some scriptures, you find comfort one time, and that is just what it is. The word do to you. The word, it eases your mind, it eases your spirit. You understand? Certain scriptures you read gives you a faith booster and so forth. So when you look up the word comfort, it means a state of physical ease, right? And freedom from pain or constraint, a state of physical ease, right? They say the easing of a person's feelings of grief or distress, the easing or alleviation of a person's feelings of grief or distress. So it's the easing of feelings of grief or distress, and that is what the word do. Sometimes they may go into stress, so things they go into in the world, things they home, your family, so wise, things they work, so forth. When you turn to this word, you get what? You get easing from stress, you get easing from feelings. When you talk to our brother and he comfort you with his words, and to all the comfort, they run through some scriptures and so forth, it eases what? The stress they may be going through, it eases the grief and the feelings that they may go through at the moment. You understand? It's to show you how important it is that you have to be constantly in the word. You understand? Because this is the only ease. Turn into this word, turn into Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and this word. This is basically the only ease you go and get in this place. You understand? Everything else stresses you out. It say a person or thing that helps alleviate a difficult situation, and that is what the word do. The word helps alleviate a difficult situation. You understand? It say that ease the grief or the stress of, improve the mood of, or restore a sense of physical well-being. Right? They say improve the mood, and all these things is what the word do. You understand? All these things is what it would do. When it's into certain times here, you're going through, hell. But as you hear this word, like I say, you might watch a brother video. A brother might call you, a brother might send you some precepts, and all these things. You might run through some precepts, and that is what does help ease the mood. You understand? That is what help release the stress. This word is a comfort. You understand? It say, when I go to the Middle English as a noun, in the senses strengthen, support, or consolation, right? It say as a verb in the senses strengthen, give support, or console. So especially in the time that we in, is the word that comforts us. You understand? To know the things that the elect go and inherit, the things that go and come, that the Lord promise, all these things these is things. When you read those things, it comforts you. You understand? I have a particular brother that does videos, the GMS Banadozak Manyan. He does the videos, edit of videos and so forth, paint the scriptures, and that just hearing the scriptures and seeing a visual of it, it does what? It comforts you. You understand? You're hearing the word and again a visual of it. So let's bring out that scripture. This is Psalms 119. I'll start from verse 49. Right? This one. Verse 49. It says, remember the word unto thy servant, upon which thou hast caused me to hope. You understand? It said, this is my comfort. This is my comfort in my affliction, for thy word had quickened me. So it said, this is my comfort in my affliction. So this word is a comfort in the affliction. You understand? The things, the affliction that we may be facing, let's say that affliction may come at any angle, at any corner. It could be children, your wife, as I say, your family. It could be your work. It could be all kind of certain things. But when it as you turn to this word, this is what does give you comfort from that affliction. It say, "This is my comfort in my affliction, for thy word had quickened me." Right? So you see, that's just to show you how important it is. This is, you see, and that is the thing. That why, you know, plenty people is be taken on the affliction because they are not to the comfort them. But most importantly, this word is the ultimate what? Comfort. What else going easier? You don't already know this place is a wicked place through the scriptures. So where it is going easier mind, this word, to know where it is going to come, to know where it is going to come and happen. You understand? To read certain things that boosts your faith, things that you see the prophets from before do, you understand, they take part in. Sometimes you read it and you get happy one time because you might read the story of Ezra, see see the things that he did, read the story of Elijah, right? See the things that he did. You understand? David, you might read the story of ultimately the son Yahushua, and those are things that does what? It comforts you. You understand? Things that Yahushua said, all these things that he said, things that he promised, these things is more importantly is the word that does what? It said, "This is my comfort in my affliction, for thy word had quickened me." So the word is what does comfort you in a time of your affliction. You understand? Nothing else. Because you can't turn to something that's stressing you out. If your woman's stressing you out, how you going to turn to that for comfort? And she already stressing you out. What you going to do? Go and do carnal work, and is your work playing with your mind? Come on. This is where you get comfort. This is where you find comfort in this word. You understand? Jump to our scripture here. This is Romans chapter 15. Romans chapter 15 verse 4. It says, "For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope." Through comfort of the scriptures that we might have hope. So yeah. Again, things written here is things that we hope that are going to happen. So this is where we find we comfort to know that this thing going to take place. So this thing is promised unto them that call upon Yahweh Hashem Yahushua and hold daily to his word. You understand? So you see, for whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. Right? So, this word is what is comfort here. Nothing else. Nothing else. Everything else in this place is just stress you out. Get you mad. You understand? Things you might hear people talking that is just the conversation they keep alone is what is get you mad. But this word is what is comfort here. As Romans 15 verse 4 say what? It say that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures, and the scripture make it plain for you, through comfort of the scriptures might have hope. Right? Right, jump to our next scripture here. I'm going to jump down the scripture here. So this is 1 Thessalonians chapter 4. I'll start from verse 15. 1 Thessalonians 4 verse 15. "For this we say unto you by the word of the Lord, that we which are alive and remain unto the coming of the Lord shall not prevent them which are asleep. For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of God. and the dead in Mashiach shall rise first. Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord. Verse 18, it says, wherefore comfort one another with these words. It says, comfort one another with these words. And just hearing that, just hearing verse 16 and 17, where it talk about, we that are alive shall be caught up with them, them that pass, them that die for your in Mashiach, and them that are alive for Mashiach, both shall be, caught up together, right? So we can meet the Lord, right? In the air. That itself, just hearing that, visualizing it, it does what? It comforts you, especially reading it, especially going through that with our brother, talking to our brother, and he might bring all this here. He might bring it out for him, and that's why it say, wherefore comfort one another with these words. So this is how we release stress. This is how we improve our mood. You understand? This is how we restore a sense, by comforting one another with these words. You understand? We do turn to nothing else. Not just, we can't bring a book in a book in the world and say, hey, this talking about love and this is what comfort is. No. In these words is where we find comfort. So the scripture say, wherefore comfort one another with these words, and that is what we do. We comfort one another with these words. Might be on WhatsApp, you message our brother, send him a few precepts. He might send you back some. You will read it, and that is where you find comfort. You understand? That is where you get it ease. By this precept, this brother son, it hit me today, it hit the spirit today. You understand? So where you get is what? Comfort. So I'll close it off. I'll read over this one precept and I'll comfort. I'll close it off. So close it off. Right? It say, wherefore, verse 18, 1 Thessalonians 4, verse 18. It say, wherefore, comfort one another with these words. Wherefore, comfort one another with these words. Yeah. And again, the thing that has comforted the most in this place here is this word. Everything else, stress. Everything else, stress. Just bring stress. Just bring pain. You understand? But this word is what has comforted you. And this is how brothers has comfort one another by bringing forth these words. Edifying one another, bringing precepts. That is how we comfort one another. So with that, we give our praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakwadash. We see the amongst the apostles and elders of Brave and well, and citation. So the Akamus, they push with the children say, Dean and the out. Constantly in season, we say, Shalom.